Oh God, okay. Hey everybody, it's Tommy here from TurboTech, otherwise known as Tommy Turbo, which is pretty cool. So just wanted to go over the most recent build that I did for my channel, which was a 3600X with a 5700 XT. Pretty sweet build. I built it for a friend of mine who was in the market for a computer, and he actually, I think he is going to sell it, to be honest with you, because he has a pretty good, look at that nice computer. He has a YouTube channel of his own, and I wanted to kind of give him a shout out as well. He goes by Yano Who, which is a pretty good name. So first and foremost, this video, I wanted to just thank our sponsors, and you know, I'm just kidding, we don't have any sponsors. I have like 20 subscribers, so yeah, the case that I built in was the Cooler Master MB320L or something like that. I've had some good run-ins with Cooler Masters, full-size cases, like they're mid-size ATX book cases and larger, but I feel like whenever I build in a smaller MATX case, the thermals are a constraint. So one of the systems that I built previously had issues, which was the Cooler Master Q300L, and I have two more of those cases I'm going to build in, so I just typically use those for lower budget systems, and this one I just built in now was more of an upper tier budget, you know, $1,500–1,600 system is what I would pretty much sell that for. So we're looking at the thermals being the biggest issue, and I have some charts I'm going to go over with you as well. You know, I think when I was benching it for the first time without a any type of, you know, fan curve, we were looking at temperatures as high as 95, 96 degrees Celsius, which is pretty high. On my open air test bench, my graphics card was hitting 60 to 63 after, you know, like a full 2 hours worth of time spy. On this, after just one time spy run through, which is, you know, 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes, it hit mid 90s. So I had to put a pretty aggressive fan curve on there, and even with the fan curve, using that benchmark again, I did about an hour worth of benching, and the temperature stabilized around mid to high 80s. I'll show you the highest one that I have here, and you can see, you know, 89 I think was the highest number that it reached. I'm gonna actually go and moving forward just use this case because I do have one left for another build. I'm gonna build a 3300X with probably a 5600 XT or a 1660 Super or something along those lines. So it'll be a little bit lower of an end, you know, system. I don't think it'll put out as much heat, which was the main issue of the build now. But I didn't have any crashes. There was no instability. I got the RAM running at the 3200 megahertz that it was supposed to run at. I had no noticeable overclock on the CPU or the graphics card, so those were running at pretty much stock levels. And you know, all in all, I think it came together pretty nicely, despite running a little hot. And even on AMD's, you know, help forums, it says that it'll do okay until 100 before it starts thermal throttling with a max temp of 110. Again, that's way too hot. Behind me is a water-cooled 5700 XT on a loop with an 86K. You know, this is my older system, but I just upgraded the graphics card. And it was running pretty hot because it was the anniversary edition, and you know, reference cooler in that case, it was running 70s, high 70s. Now I'm at like 40 degrees nonstop. Gaming, I'm at 43, 45 tops, and I'll just zoom in there for you so you can see it. Pretty sweet, and that's all soft tubing too. That's not hard tubing. So just wanted to give you guys my thoughts, and let me know what you want to see next.